Hello guys, what's up? Thomas is here, and in this video let's talk about what to expect when you are brand new to Switzerland. You are moving to Switzerland and you need to rent a room or you would like to rent an apartment. What are your options? So let's imagine that you are coming to Zurich, as most of the foreigners, most of the expats, they start their journey in Switzerland in Turik usually. So you have your flights booked, you know your arrival date, but you don't have a place where to stay. Well, you of course can check on booking.com, for example, for a hotel, even for a short period, but I have to warn you that hotels in Switzerland are pretty expensive. So to stay in a hotel might be an option if you just want to stay there for a week or 2 weeks tops, but it will cost you. It's definitely not an option for long-term stay. It is not. Even a hostel. They cost a lot. You check by yourself on booking.com. The other option you have as a foreigner who is arriving and you don't have yet any papers in Switzerland is to go on Airbnb. Unfortunately, there is no competitor to Airbnb really known, so Airbnb is a service that everyone is using, both people who rent their rooms out and people who are looking for a place to stay. I think Airbnb is a pretty good option, considering that to rent on Airbnb you don't need to pay any deposit and you just pay and go when you are ready to move to your own room. So if you are going to Zurich, for example, have a good look at options on Airbnb in Zurich and around maybe 20-25 minutes away from Zurich train station, which is called Zurich HB, Hauptbahnhof, HB is what people call it here. Don't go further than 20-25 minutes from Zurich because it will be far and it won't be that comfortable for you, especially if you are already going to work straight away after your arrival. Better to be somewhere closer to your place of work. And Airbnb is a good starting point. You can also go on Facebook and search for Facebook groups called WG Zurich, which is WG, which means Wohngemeinschaft, WG Zurich, Zurich Together, New to Zurich, all these groups for expats and for new arrivals, where you can post your ad and ask people for a room for weeks or maybe for long term, and you might be quite lucky, I think. Especially if you're looking just for short term, a lot of people have free rooms and you can find anything realistically starting at let's say 800 Swiss francs per month over there. Unless you are a student, but if you're a student, then I recommend you to go to a website called wgzimmer.ch, where you can find rooms starting even at 400-500 Swiss francs, but for that you have to be a real student, otherwise you don't qualify. You won't be able to move into a cheap room like that if you're not a student. They will want to see that you are a real student. So Facebook groups are a very good option, and apart of that there's few websites like here in Switzerland, a few real estate websites where you can also search, but if you don't have papers yet in Switzerland, then it will be close to impossible to rent there. So really Airbnb and Facebook groups are your option. You also need to understand that people will ask you for a deposit for your room. They will also want you to sign a contract Here in Switzerland, usually things don't work without contract. Maybe if you are dealing with a foreigner who is easygoing, he might do a non-contract deal with you for really short term, just to help you out at the beginning. But otherwise, there is always a contract, so you need to have 1 month rent ready and a deposit of at least 1 month, usually 2 or 3 months rent. So have all these ready, otherwise it won't be possible for you to rent. Of course, the other case is if you are renting from a Facebook group. So this is really it. This is how you can do it. This is how many people do it, and there is no much rocket science about it, and there is not many other options unless you have a relative or someone who is willing, or friend who is willing to let you stay in their place until you fix your papers. Because to rent an apartment on a room long term, you need to have up to 3 months deposit, first month rent, your permit available, your work contract, and sometimes references from other places. So to get to that level, to that stage, you are starting first somewhere else, like Facebook groups, and as I mentioned, maybe your friends, etc. So good luck, guys, good luck with this. And if you have any questions, if you want to suggest anything to people watching this video, just feel free to comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck. Bye bye.